All right, y'all. All right, back in the house. Uh, I want to thank the security boss. Thank you. Appreciate you. Um, Shout out to security boss. She gave me my first copyright strike. Shout out to security boss. Appreciate you. Um, so you asked Clarence, why did you get a copyright strike? Well, I'm assuming, I don't know, I haven't spoken with her, but I'm assuming I did a video earlier today criticizing the way the advice she was giving to this young man here. I felt it was not good advice. I felt it was advice that a young person would see that and say, now that's why I don't talk to older people, because they're giving advice that's unrealistic. Basically, the name of the video is called At Kevin Samuels Confrontation, Sway Response to Elders, Chicago Rilla, TJ, and Security Boss. Now, on the video, TJ Randolph, shout out to TJ Randolph, she came in later and pretty much agreed with me. I think Dr. Panderson also said similar things, but in the beginning of the video, like probably the first 15, 20 minutes, Security Boss is trying to explain to Sway how to accept disrespect, in my opinion. So I made a video, criticizing that. I didn't think that was being a man. I didn't see how that was gonna go over. I just didn't see how that was gonna go over. Now, she tells him in the video, if he would have just been quiet, which he was, and not said nothing, which he didn't, and all he did was try to respond to the times where he was made to feel like he was less than a man. I think any man is going to respond to that situation. So that's all he was doing, was responding to that situation. But in this video, in my opinion, I haven't spoken to her, or she hasn't contacted me, which of course I doubt she would. But in my opinion, she was not giving him good advice to be a man. I don't know. Maybe she was giving him good advice if he was a woman, but I don't think even a woman. I don't think the security boss herself would allow a man to antagonize her for 45 minutes. I don't think so. And then another man to come on and call her disingenuous for just trying to stand up for herself. I don't think that would happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe security boss would let Kevin Samuels berate her for 45 minutes and then let Mr. Lee come up and call her disingenuous and, continue the beratement, right? Maybe that would happen. I doubt it. But things are always different when the shoe is on your foot, right? Easy to tell this young man, hey man, Kevin Samuels steps to you. You just sit there and take his disrespect. You take the abuse he's giving you because you're younger and he's older. Therefore, you should have a duty to accept his disrespect. I didn't agree with that. And if she was saying something different, my apologies. But that's what it sounded like to me. And that's what it obviously sounded like to Sway, because he kept on trying to explain. No, this is because he was kept on trying to explain to her the situation so she would understand. But she's not going to understand because she's a woman. She's a woman. She's got a protected life. How would she understand what the average dude on the street is going to feel like when another man tries to son him? She don't even know what sonning means. That's how protected her life is. And shout out to her. Not, ain't nothing wrong with that. but some conversation maybe you shouldn't be in. Like me. Don't come get me to find out what a princess should wear or what kind of pearls and necklaces and diamonds a princess should wear to the ball. I would have no idea I cannot relate to that situation. But I'm a human being, and I probably could have my opinion on the situation. But what good would my opinion be when I don't know all the intricacies about that situation? Well, likewise, the security boss, no disrespect. Shout out to security boss. But in my opinion, this was not a conversation for her to involve herself with, having so much of a gap in knowledge, right? You put somebody who doesn't even have a driver's license in a Formula One race car, right? I mean, come on. You don't have the knowledge to have this conversation with this young man. So it's better to let some men. That's like me saying, yeah, this is what you do if you're having a baby. This is what you do when you're having a baby. Don't tell me. I know about it already. I know. I don't know nothing about pushing a baby out. Nothing about that, except for what I physically saw. But other than that, I can't even understand that kind of pain. What do I look like saying, oh, don't worry, stop. Just stop tripping. You blowing it out of proportion with all this screaming. You don't have to get loud like that, right? You'll be a bigger woman if you don't get loud like that. She told Sway, post Sway, shout out to Sway. She told Sway, you're a bigger man if you allow Kevin Samuels to disrespect and taunt you for that 45 minutes. You'll be the bigger man. Ay. Hey, don't take my word for it. You can go and look at this video for yourself. If you come up with a different understanding, I will debate anybody who wants to come up to me and give me you have a different understanding than the one I got. A shout out to all of these people on the panel. I mean, but I'm just talking about it. So anyway, I had a video up. I was going to make a 3-part series, but since I got my first copyright strike, I guess I cannot continue. And if I could just play the audio, but I'm not going to do that, because if she feels that strongly where she's going to copyright strike me, I respect that. I may not think it's I don't think it's legit. I don't think it's warranted, but I respect that. I can respect that. And if she doesn't want me playing her videos first and last time she'll ever be mentioned on my program, ever. So I get it, and I'm not, I don't have no problems with Security Boss. Shout out to Security Boss. Anybody who wants to strike their, feel like they're going to copyright strike you, hey, they got the right. They got the right. She got the right to copyright strike me, right? If I'm playing her videos. Last time ever happened. Last time I ever watched one of her videos, I got it. Keep giving out that advice to men like that, and send them to the hospital, or send them to a therapist for allowing other men to berate them. That, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, Security Boss. I know that you are connected, so I understand that, and do what you got to do. But like I said, I didn't mean to no harm. I just meant to straighten out what I saw as a wrong. Just like T.J. Randolph came on there and disagreed with everybody on the panel, I'm disagreeing with you off the panel. But I guess when you connected, nothing's going to happen to you. But I'm not connected, so that's why I got a copyright strike. I see, I understand. It's just, I wish that these young men could get better advice. First, he had to get disrespected by Kevin. And then he had Mr. Lee to tell him that he was the one starting the problem. Sway. Mr. Lee was telling him, Sway, that he was starting a problem with Kevin Samuels when Sway wasn't doing nothing but trying to respond to the insults that had been hurled at him over the course of the time that Kevin was talking. Then he got called disingenuous because he made a comment that didn't even go with what was happening. I mean, it was just a mess. Now he comes on Security Boss, and Security Boss picks up the stick from Mr. Lee and tells Sway different ways of how to accept that disrespect. In my opinion, in my opinion. But hey, I'm willing to talk about it if anybody on the panel wants to talk to me about it. If Security Boss wants to talk to me, which I doubt, Sway, if you want to talk to me about it, man, come on over. I'm not making no money, brother. I'm not monetized, nothing. I ain't getting no views. I ain't getting nothing, brother. You coming over here, you just talking to the people. We not connected. We're not in the Super Friends. We're not in the, not connected to the mothership. So we just here, brother. We just here for the people. So, I don't need no clicks and no views. If you really think I'm trying to help you for some clicks and some views, brother, stay away. Don't come over here, because that's definitely not what I'm doing. But if you see that, hey, we just trying to get some good information to the people out here, you're more than welcome to come on to my platform. Let's talk about it. I think I'm fair. I think I'm balanced. It's like I said, I don't hold no grudges with Security Boss. I mean, she did what she had to do. That's her content. She could do whatever she want to do. I have no problem with that. I'm just not going to chase that cat up the tree no more. If you copyright strike me, that's it. I'm done with you. I got it. You obviously don't want me having, you obviously don't want to be criticized, number one, and definitely don't want to be criticized by me. So I get it. I won't say anything, because see, I'm not above correction. Some of us are, but I'll let you go back into your the cone of silence over there, right? The cone of silence where everybody says, "You're right, Skinny Boy. You're right, Skinny Boy. You're right, Skinny Boy. You're right. You're right. You're right." Okay, going back over there in the cone of silence. So I'll leave you guys alone. And like I said, I don't mean no disrespect. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way that I got a copyright strike, but I get it. I don't hold no, everything I'm saying is just in jest. So I don't mean no nothing. I ain't not all been out of shape. It's hard to see that, man, when I'm telling the truth and I get a copyright strike. You telling this man how to go and get his face bashed in, but I'm telling him the truth on how to stand as a man. I'm the one that gets a copyright strike. How does that work? How does that work? How? Where's the justice in that, right? I don't get it. But the book say, truth has fallen in the street. Truth is knocked out in the head. It's fallen in the street. And justice stands where? Afar off. Why? Because truth fell in the street. Justice can't come till truth is allowed to get up off the street. Get up and walk among the people. So justice stands afar off. Is it just that I got a copyright strike? I don't think so. But shout out to Security Boss. I would never jump in front of a content creator that says, hey, this is my content. This is my content. And I don't want you to have my content, especially if you're criticizing me over it. Me? My little channel? Barely 500 subscribers? But that's where we at. So, anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know I got a copyright strike. I assume it's from the copyright holder, which that would probably be Security Boss. Shout out to Security Boss. And I just didn't agree with her on this. I've seen her around the streets before, but I just disagreed with her. I've disagreed with her on a couple of occasions, but I never felt it was to the degree that somebody may lose their life or may end up in a situation where somebody could obviously get hurt. And in my opinion, I think that telling a man to accept disrespect and abuse, I think that's going to put the man, I guess, going to put somebody in a situation where some harm may come to them. And that's because I've been around men. I've been around men. So I know how this goes. Right? I'm not a happy housewife. I've been around men. I've seen men tear each other apart over less. So I'm trying to get in here and say, hey, you know, if you're going to give a brother some advice, give him some good advice. Don't give him that motherly, oh, baby, it's going to be all right. You know, that's good for when you holding him close. But when he got to go out in that street, you think another man's going to let him, do you think another man's going to let Sway berate them for 45 minutes and just sit there? Especially these youngsters. Man. They got hot heads. They got hard and hot heads. They don't care nothing about dying. They don't care nothing about going to the hospital. They don't care nothing about none of that. The only thing they care about is being respected. And unfortunately, the advice, I believe, in my opinion, the advice she was giving him was in the opposite direction of how you should talk to young men. By asking them to accept being disrespected, to be the bigger man. I mean, that's not the reality of where we live in today, in my opinion. But hey, anybody on the panel is welcome to hit me up, discuss it. You guys want to come over to my channel and discuss it. Security Boss, peace to you. May you have a much more success than you ever thought, and may your success explode. Hopefully your success will explode bigger than your wildest dreams on YouTube, right? Just please don't give young men advice anymore. Please. It's horrible. That what you told this boy was horrible. Excuse me, not boy, he's a young man. I'm sorry. But what you told this young man was horrible. Horrible. Horrible advice. He's a young man. He should be able to conduct himself like a young man. If another man is berating him and insulting him, he should be able to address it, especially in a public situation. And if you listen to this man, he's not no Rudy Poot. This dude got a good head on his shoulder. He got a good head on his shoulder. Going into the electrical field, I work in the electrical field. Shout out to the IBEW. I work in the electrical field. So, hey, get it while you can. Get it, young man. It's all there for you. But don't take advice from people that unqualified people. This woman, you know, God bless her. She is just not qualified to give you advice on how to handle being disrespected by an older man. Just not qualified for it. And there's nothing wrong with her. She shouldn't be. She should be, like she said, she got a nice husband, nice life. That's where she should be focused on, telling other women how to attain that. But telling young men how to deal with disrespect from other men, not your lane, Security Boss, in my opinion. Not your lane at all. And you gave this guy some horrible advice. Horrible advice. But that's my opinion. And we all got a right to our opinion. Right? We all got a right to our opinion. And so y'all don't be like, oh man, now he got a beef with Security Boss. No, I don't have no beef with Security Boss. She's a grown lady. I'm a grown man. We ain't got no time to be beefing with each other. I disagree with her opinion, just like TJ came on and disagreed with her. She didn't get all mad at TJ, right? So don't get all mad at me. I just feel like you giving out bad advice. You unqualified for this conversation. What is wrong with me saying that? You can't say that about security boss. I can't. Why not? You just can't. Why not? She was saying about me, hey, I came in here talking about, hey, man, let me tell y'all about being pregnant. She and any other woman would say, hey, you ain't qualified to have that conversation, bro. You're just not qualified for it. No, I know. I read all the books. I know. I saw all the videos. I can tell you. No, you're not qualified. That's why most women want a woman gynecologist. Most women will pick a woman gynecologist. They don't want no man gynecologist. Because, man, a lot of times, he don't know what he just read the books. He don't know. Anyway, I think I made my point on this. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to Sway. Shout out especially to Security Boss. Struck me down, Security Boss. Man, I was really bummed out about that, man. I didn't think that I had done anything that offensive, but obviously I did. So I apologize to Security Boss. I apologize to the whole connected staff over there, everybody that's connected. I apologize to y'all. I didn't mean to offend the clique, as it were. So, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, that was my fault. I should have got your permission before I did that. So, that was my fault. Don't worry. I will never get your permission because I will never use your videos again. I appreciate you. Shout out, please. My last plea is do not give men advice. I know most of the time you will only have men on your channel. I get that, but please don't give young men advice about how to deal with being disrespected. Please, that is not your lane. That is not your lane. If you want to discuss it with me, cool. Come on. I think I'm fair. I think I'm reasonable, and we can discuss it. But if not, please leave that alone. And so yeah, shout out to Security Boss. She just did what she had to do. So ain't nobody should be upset with her. She, it's her content. If she wants to put a strike out there, she can put a strike out there. Shout out to her. All right, so that's it. Who's right? Is Security Boss right? Am I right? Is Sway right? Who's right? Go watch the video for yourself. Go subscribe to Unsolicited Security Boss. Go subscribe to her. You decide whether her content is something you want to see. You decide for yourself. But she does have a video at Kevin Samuels confrontation. Sway responds to elders, Chicago Rilla, TJ, and Security Boss. Check it out for yourself, because maybe Brother Clarence is twisted. Maybe you can come. Maybe you'll go watch the video and you'll say, Brother Clarence, you had it all wrong. Security Boss was just saying X, Y, Z. Okay, come on, go over there and watch it, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I won't play her video or audio, but we'll talk about it. All right, y'all. Remember, never be the aggressor. Never be the aggressor. Peace.